DCA adventure is rated F for fucking awesome.
Yo, Crypto Nation, it is another FA Friday. Yo, what's going on, everybody? You got two of your favorite hosts here. You got Nemesis and my home doge, Crypto McKell. Yo. Get your two favorite miners coming on. Sorry about being a little bit late. I had one of those minor headaches. But bump, right? No, it's like I had to go lay down in a dark room for a little while, which delayed me setting up my little studio area here. So, but yeah, at least my sinus headache is finally let up. So how are all of you awesome people doing out in the Chizat? We got Crypto Dial, what's up? Tech Man, Crypto Shape. We got Nerd, what up, Nerd? MC, what up, MC? And we got the Java Hava. What's going on? Got Sonia, what's going on, Sonia? Taines, Golden Wolf, what's up? What's going on, Goblin? Saw you in the Anthony Pompliano chat. What's going on? Got Kyle Rosa, what's up? Got Ozzy, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. But hells yeah, man, it is another FA Friday.
It is another FA Friday. Indeed, sir. In freaking deed. I do know that I got a box behind me that I need to open up.
Ooh.
Get the stuff out of it.
Ooh.
I know that needs to be done.
What's going on,
How
Kai?
long that's going to take, so probably going to start on that rather soon.
Ooh, is it something juicy?
Yeah, it's a 3D printer.
Ooh,
It's a resin printer.
ooh, he's got the resin printer. And every once in a while, I've looked into getting one of those like little mini bench lathes. But so many of them got such bad reviews on them, though. It's like, oh, I don't want to pull a trigger on a shiesty one. Oh, it works. It works cool. It works this week. Next week, it's all loose. What's wrong with it?
Yeah, I made this cool stuff this week, and this week I
had to fix everything.
Fixing it.
Right. Oh yeah. It's like I'm like so hesitant on pulling pulling the trigger on a mini lathe. Because man, there's times where like I wish I could sit there, especially for like car parts, like start turning car parts. Oh.
Yeah, I got the Creality Palette 1.
Oh yeah, that's that one that's got that funky like orange dome over it or whatever.
Not the Creality one's orange.
I could have swore the Creality one was, because I'd like looked into a few of those. Or is that their laser etcher that I'm thinking of?
I mean, the Elgu Mars is orange.
Where the piece that goes over everything.
I think that might be orange, man. I don't know.
It's like I looked at them a few times.
Extremely fucking tired.
It's like I've been up for one too many hours.
I've been up for beyond too many hours. I just can't get a good night's sleep, man. It's just starting to wear me down.
You know, maybe it's because of the up and coming dun, 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 for you in 9 months.
Oh no. We shall see.
It's like your body's like going, I'm preparing.
Yeah, it's red.
It's red? Okay.
Red. This one's red.
It's like I knew it wasn't clear. It's like it's either red or orange. I was thinking that was the orange one.
The Elgu, I know the Elgu Mars
Is orange.
Those are orange.
Okay, maybe I'm just like mixing them up.
This is what we got right here. It's the palette. So it's on a pretty good deal. I got it for about this price. But when I went to go check out, there was a little tidbit right there inside of Amazon, right? And it was like, hey, if you apply for our Amazon credit card, we'll give you a $150 gift card. And I was like, bet. And I was like, all right, we'll see what happens. And I was like, I'm not gonna use it. I was like, so I took the $150, got the $150 in fucking credit, and put it towards this, and then waiting for the card to come in so I can turn it off. Basically got it for super cheap.
Right. Be like, yeah, I got it for like $20. That was shipping.
Less than the free shipping. So
oh, I mean, shit.
It was $150.
Like 11.
I think it
11,
was like
12 bucks.
Yeah, it was something like minuscule. I bought resin too, so I think I had to pay for that as well. That was like $30. So I'll probably spend like $40-50 like total.
Shh. It's Doge Lord. Should I let this guy in? Hey, we need some FAs in the chat if I should let a Doge Lord in. We need a bomb of FAs in the chat, or he cannot come in. I will leave him in the waiting room here.
I will leave him in the
He
cold.
will stay right there until I get FAs in this chat. I mean, he can only come in on a sea of FAs.
Doge
He's
Lord's
like,
putting
please,
out FAs.
please.
He said it's cold out here, man.
It needs to be a sea of FAs or he cannot come in. You know,
I'll take my FAs back. Everyone else to stay in the cold.
Oh man, we got a sea of them coming rolling in.
Jeez.
Oh, here we go.
No one wants him in the cold.
No, not at all. He's like so cold.
It's so cold. Freezing. Cold. So cold.
You know what'll warm you up? I know what'll warm you up right away. We can warm you
I'm
up.
already warmed up looking at that awesome fucking
no.
shirt that I see.
No. We can warm you up with an announcement. Ooh.
And a cup of Doge Lord coffee.
Ooh. Doge Lord coffee. Don't delay brew today.
DCA Adventures rated F for fucking awesome.
Gives you that like chills right down your spine of awesomeness.
I gotta go change my pants.
You were wearing some? I thought that was optional.
I should have proved my pants before I took them off now.
Right?
But yeah,
Hey,
so
Mikhail,
that's what
have you gotten your new shirt yet?
No, not yet. Not here yet.
I thought for a second you did, and I'm like,
No, this is my original one. It's turn.
yeah, I saw.
It's a front seat.
The front seat. Only the front seat. Only the front seat. I'm trying to get the other ones finished up. That way I can like put them all up and then get them all at one time. So I don't have to like order one and then other. Like you tend to do me every time. Every time I make an order, you release something that I want. I'm like,
I already told him if he wants me to purchase something, there's something I've requested for my snowmobile. I can't place orders unless I've got these.
Mikhail, how are we doing on his request?
He's like, man, I need to make some sales. What's going on? I mean, he gets to see what's in a person's shopping cart too. So like he knows what I have in the shopping cart ready to go. Also,
This was supposed to be a group effort. Are you What's up, Mikhail?
he's like, there was a ball. It might have rolled off the desk.
Maybe a missing sticky note somewhere.
There was a ball that dropped off the desk.
Yeah.
Oh man. So it has been one exciting week. Doge Lord Coffee's been open for 1 full week.
Woo!
And we've moved $420 worth of product.
Oh, wow. Virtual high five. That's what's up, and it's all because of all you awesome motherfuckers out there.
Ooh. I like when he says that.
I know,
Absolutely.
man. Because you have to say it with emphasis.
Oh, I've been practicing.
Chest.
I've been practicing that golden voice. I was literally at work.
Dude, man, it's
I was
like
literally at work. Like,
but you see what I was talking about, man. It's like that guy for him throwing his life away, man, there goes some good talent.
This is KBPY. You're listening to The Man with the Golden Voice, only on 98.9.
You almost gotta like practice like you're on a PA system with no speakers around you, and you're like, how did you do that? Be like, practice, bro.
Some goblin loser, you are absolutely correct. That is not a lot of product, but for a grand opening, considering I do have DogeLord.com and DogeLordCoffee.com. When DogeLord.com had the grand opening, there were 0 sales for like the first couple months. I was the only one buying something.
Right. The way I look at it, if you're just opening up something, and this is my experience with business, if you're able to do 1 sale a week, you're doing really good.
Mm-hmm. So the fact that I had moved $420 worth of product in the first week, that's like the best grand opening that I've had so far. Amazing. Love it. I was aiming for higher. You know, gotta have those goals.
Right.
You know
We want to make $1 million in day 1. I mean, these are goals, but not expectations.
Aim for the stars, you might hit the moon.
Right. So that's why you should never get discouraged if you're starting up a business, and unless you've got a business that you've got a very niche market, I'll understand. It'll kind of be really discouraging when you don't get sales. But
I pretty much had eight people put in orders. That's what it came down to.
Right, and it's like you can only. It's like a lot of people and a lot of people also forget this too. Is that by the time they decide, hey, I'm going to open up my own business and do X passion or X hobby as a job, right? And they fail to remember that they just pretty much have given that service to everybody they know. So unless it's a reoccurring service, it's going to be a little bit. It's not like lawn care where you're like there every other week.
Yeah, I'm not out mowing anybody's lawn every week, but I can certainly help fulfill those coffee addictions.
Right. You know, you can make sure they got enough game fuel to mow the lawn.
Enough game fuel to earn those NFTs.
Right. You got to have that game fuel by where you're at to mow the lawn, because, man, it gets like 100 degrees out with 80% humidity since you live right by the coast.
There's actually mountains in between, so it's actually dry where I'm at.
Oh, so you're on the cooler side. Nice.
On the hotter side. I'm on the desert side.
Ah, poopy.
So, Doge Lord, when affiliate exceptions?
The affiliate was updated and released already, so that should be live right now. Let me go in and check and see if I have any affiliates in the queue waiting to be approved.
I better be in there. I put that bad boy in days ago. I've been patiently waiting. But patient.
Patiently waiting. Oh. See, this is what happens. Grand openings, and there's like all sorts of stuff
Oh, I
going
know.
on. Let's see.
I want to add it to my list, man. Start putting it
He's
in
like,
there, you know?
I want to put it in the description, but not unless I get paid for it, buddy.
Right.
I mean, it's already in there. But, I mean, it'd be nice to have it with the affiliates, like for
Woo!
like the website and things like that.
First affiliate approved.
My numero uno.
Yes, you are. You are
Oh, you guys suck.
numero uno and solo.
I'm just kidding. I
For
love
the
you.
for the coffee side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for the coffee affiliate. So it's underneath the same platform, from what I could see, right? It's
Yes,
the same platform. So
I made sure.
Do they like sync up if like I use the same like account?
No, it's two different accounts because it's two different websites.
Bummer. I was hoping they would all link up.
Nothing he can do about that. That's not him.
Not me.
Otherwise, that would make
I
way
am
too much
hoping
sense.
I am hoping for an update where the application allows me to actually pay via PayPal inside the application instead of having to go outside and do it.
And go to like a fourth party.
Yeah. Actually going to PayPal and typing in email addresses.
Well, Sonia, you're gonna have to fix that. See,
Speaking of coffee addiction,
I don't know if he's like on voice and text and it decided to glitch out, but yeah, he's got 50 12-ounce bags of every type of coffee out there except yours.
oh,
Sonya.
we need to fix that.
That's what I was saying. I skipped to the very end and I was like, except yours. I'm like, DogeLord.com or DogeLord.coffee.com.
DogeLordCoffee.com.
Yep.
Yep, you can actually scroll down in the description. It's actually underneath the DCA Adventure merch, underneath the DogeLord.com.
And you know what else you guys can do
DogeLordCoffee.com.
while you're down there too? It takes like 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Smash that
like button.
Oh yeah.
You can also hit that subscribe button and that ring the little bell notification so you know that anytime that we go live or post videos on the channel, because sometimes it gets undone and it's always good to give it a little refresh.
Mm-hmm.
Little retap, never hurt nobody.
Oh, that's where our meme lord is. He's at a party. Fucking parties. No, just kidding. You don't invite us to parties. Screw you guys. I'm going I'm gonna put my party hat on and be like, stand off in the corner like that one meme and be like,
What's the
they don't
smallest
even do
bag of
they don't
Doge
even
Lord
realize that Bitcoin's over 40 grand.
What's the smallest size bag of Doge Lord coffee?
If you get the sampler pack, they come in 2 ounces. So, but normal bags of coffee, 12 ounces. That's the smallest. And the sampler pack comes with 6 varieties of 2 ounces, so you still get 12 ounces of coffee. Just like a regular bag. Same amount.
Sonia's
Which will
like
have 6 different flavors.
Sonia's likes the sweeter stuff, so the hazelnut, French vanilla, and a Hawaiian vanilla. What options do you have that's like sweet tasting, or it's just straight up different kinds of beans?
So, currently on Doge Lord Coffee, there are flavored coffees, and that's available on the menu at the very top. Very easy to spot. Or if you're on your mobile, just check out the hamburger menu or the search icon. And let's see.
Also, check out that chat. I need to get my knife. I was looking for it and I don't have it. So
Knife?
I gotta go get it.
Knife?
Niff.
I got a box to open.
He needs one of these.
Ooh. So, the flavored coffees that I have are hazelnut, French vanilla, candy cane, and pumpkin spice.
Ew.
The only one I would like out of that one probably be like the pumpkin spice.
You're such a girl.
Hey man, whatever it takes to hide up the flavor of burnt beans.
I'm a hazelnut kind of guy. I like the hazelnut. If I'm feeling Christmassy, I'll go for candy cane.
See, I'm not a real big cinnamon person.
That's not quite cinnamon. That's peppermint.
Still, all those kind of no. No. But I love me some pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie is amazing.
Oh yeah, so that's where that pumpkin spice comes in. You know, it's like a little bit of cool whip. Cool whip. Why do you put so much emphasis on the H? So he's like, pumpkin spice is only for the All Hallows Eve.
Ooh, some Gums and Loser said I just bought
A
1
pound.
pound.
Holy
Wow.
cow, man.
Old
He's
miners
he's
roast.
dedicated to that ye old miners.
Can't wait to show off the DC Adventure Perfect Day Mining T-shirt. I get to work on that this weekend, buddy. I get to work on that this weekend. So, you'll be very happy. This past weekend, I was focused mostly on the grand opening, and I also had a meeting with one of our content creators, updating their collection. And during that call, power shut down. So that was fun.
Nice.
Very fun.
Then you're like sitting there kicking back going, man, did I save it at any point in time? Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they tell you, like, you know, save often. And when you forget you saved again.
Okay. I had to go through and because when the power shut down, I had like 8 tabs open. So I had to go through because I just turned my computer on to get on here. I had to go through and start closing stuff and making sure that what needed to stay open stayed open. So I am back.
Oh, Sonia, please say you're joking with that. I as much as I like the Salvation Army for what they do, I fucking hate going shopping anywhere because of them this time of year. Everywhere you go, cling, 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 cling.
Sonya just told you that he's gonna be the one annoying the fuck out of you.
I'm hoping
Okay.
this is a fucking joke, okay?
No, doesn't matter if it is. Doesn't matter.
You know what you should do?
Don't you judge him?
I get to judge my ears. I get to judge off of my ears, damn it. You know, there was one Salvation Army person that I was like, okay, that I like. This one, yes. So he was like, the guy had a whole bunch of bells that he had, right? Whole box of them. And he was letting people donate. If they donated $10 or more, he'd let them take the bell and destroy it.
destroy it? Like just ring like a madman?
Step on it, whatever they wanted to do.
Blow it up.
Oh, okay.
Whatever they wanted to do.
Boom.
So they were sitting there. This guy was sitting there letting people take the thing and break them, step on them, throw them into the garbage throughout the whole day. He was like one of the top Salvation Army people because of that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So some Goblin Loser says, this is what sold me on the coffee Ye Old Miners Roast, is a dark and medium blend with both dark and medium roasted coffee containing a taste profile with slight cocoa, caramel, and vanilla tones. I'm glad that's what sold you on it, but I have to say, when it came to Ye Old Miners, I think that description on it that I put on there was a bit more personal, like especially towards the top. I'm glad that the bottom sold you, but for me, it was literally the first paragraph. Ye Old Miners Roast was so aptly named because when I first tasted that gloriously blended roast, I had flashback memories of the first time my grandpa handed me my first cup of coffee at the fishing cabin back in North Carolina.
D Miners is like, you look like axe murderer McCall sitting there knifing that box open.
That's in the box. So this is my my Hallet 1 from Creality, my 3D printer that I had gotten. Me and Grits were both looking at one of these, and this one came on a really good deal. And then it came up on sale again, and I was like, oh, I was really debating on buying it. Like, I was like, oh, I really don't want to do it. And then I saw that they had the stupid gift card option. Like, if you apply for the Amazon credit card, they'll give you $150 in gift card, and that basically paid for the printer in itself. So I didn't pay jack diddly squat for the printer.
Nice.
And it looks like it came with. It did too. So it had been repackaged. Like you could tell by the way it looked. So there's like 10 layers of tape. But because it said that it came with extra like filter sheets, like FEP sheets. So like this envelope has extra FEP sheets, and then the Creality sheets. So which is for the vat like itself. So right there. Goes in the vat. Goes at the bottom. So that way the screen can see through it.
Now, didn't you already have one? Like a little itty bitty guy?
I was grabbing it right now.
Ah, okay.
So like here is like, it's this film that's right here, like this see-through film. This one's cloudy because I still gotta clean off what I was doing. Yeah, this is a tiny 3D printer, resin printer. Basically what I got right here is a big boy.
Ooh, big boy.
That's very tiny.
It's very tiny.
It makes like little action figures.
You can make little action figures, but I'm more interested in the new one he's got because you can make
Anything.
just about anything. Yeah, I've been watching some of the YouTube videos in DCA Your Glory.
Oh yeah, dude. I saw one of those videos where one guy actually. Oh, the paintbrush. Gosh, that is that's a big boy scraper.
You can scrape the paint off the walls with that one.
That's a big one.
Well, you got to think, man. It's like I'm sure he can 3D print a belt buckle with that thing. Then it'll be strong enough for it.
That would be awesome.
Right? Just put down there DCA Your Glory on a big ass belt buckle.
Is the thumb drive, which is gonna have one I think gonna have like software, so which I need.
Thank you, some Goblin Loser. Thank you. He just said, I read the whole description and dang, I want that same experience. He's not going to hold me up to it, but he's sure he's going to love that coffee. By the way, the Ye Old Miners blend. So for those of you who actually tried the early release coffees on dogelord.com, if you happen to like the Cowboy blend, that's now the Ye Old Miners roast. All right.
We're gonna come out more whole beats.
Yeah, Kai. Yeah, I saw those crazy ETH blocks giving out 50, 60 ETH per block again. It's like, yeah. Ethereum fixed that. Didn't they do an upgrade again for that? To fix just that issue.
Fix the rewards, and guess what?
It was the fixed sun gas issue, but the that EIP didn't even go through. Like it was approved, but it wasn't approved for this current proposal.
Oh.
The one that went through was for an Ice Age.
For
like a
okay,
difficult
yeah.
situation.
They're pushing it off again because
And,
they're not ready.
It was to actually let it. It was actually to let it go off.
Oh wow.
But I don't know what was the final decision for it. But it's crazy. But yes, that's why they yield for everything.
Or my favorite one that I just saw recently on the Ethereum one. Did you see that one contract that got butchered?
I was thinking about the merge earlier.
They sat there. Somebody made a contract, and there's like a substantial amount of Ethereum locked up in a contract now. And they could not get it to. He couldn't figure out how to get the contract to release the coin. So there's like inner talks of a rollback to fix the contract.
Do more damage.
Oh yeah.
More damage than really good. Rollbacks are never good.
Well, I mean, for Ethereum, they think it's okay.
Oh, I know. But here's what we got so far.
Woo! Now, how big is that bed? Is that like the 6-inch, like 4x6 or whatever?
I'll get to that. I think so.
Careful, everybody. We got human resources on.
He needs guards in the building. I gotta hear from him.
You can't be a step-in J helpful unless you're mic'd up. You know, we don't have to. You can show us jazz hands. You can do it panda style, but you definitely have to have a microphone.
Here's the size of the build plate.
Okay, so it's like a 5x2.
Here's one of them. You know what I mean?
4x2.
I got a note, so it's pretty large screen, but yeah, that's pretty big. I don't have tape measure.
It should tell you. Somewhere in the...
It does somewhere.
Right? It should tell you what your bed size is. You know, mathematically,
Well, I mean,
for
it doesn't
making...
say in inches. It's going to say in... not inches.
Right. You can Google it. You can convert it into English terms. Instead of these foreign metric system.
Dude, that is so much nicer. So on the mini printer, of course, I had to put that whole thing together. But that's one that did not do that. Fully, like, ready to go.
Nice.
That's in there. There's already a film on the vat.
So how tall is it? Like, how tall of an item can you do then?
Max Build height. Pull it up. I can answer all your questions, I guess.
Right. I got questions. You should have answers, damn it. Not asking you how to use the fucker. Oh yeah, hold on here. I'm gonna no proof of pants over here. Oh giggity. Oh giggity. Oh giggity. Oh
Giggity, no doubt.
I love this. I love seeing this sub 50K Bitcoin. Thank you, Sonia. Sonia's like, y'all are FA all the time.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It's millimeters, inches.
We just see an awesome Bitcoin chart. That's all we see.
I know.
Seeing all these dojis and bearish signals
So we're looking
and
at
bullish signals.
60 millimeters in height, which is about 6.3 inches, almost 6.5 inches tall.
Nice.
That's tall. We're gonna be able to go. Printing size width is 107 millimeters, which is 5
Doomer
inches.
miner.
It's like death to meme coins.
Except for Doge, because Doge is the OG meme, and it's okay to stay around.
There were 5 inches by 3.2. 3 1/4 by.
Yo,
5.
Helpful jumped in.
Man, you.
Wow, where'd you space out?
Well, I saw.
Man,
that
did you
announcement,
not
but
get
I didn't-
enough Doge Lord coffee, dude? Is that what the problem is? There's
I am
not enough.
caffeine-
There's not enough in there.
I am caffeine deprived right now.
I can
because-
tell, dude. You're dropping that ball, dude. I
Dude, I
even
had like
said
4
something.
4 coffees and a monster today, just to get through work.
See, it's not enough Doge Lord goodness. You got too much blood and not enough Doge Lord goodness.
Helpful's like, I am offended. I saw the salamander looking, Quetzalcoatl thing pop up, and I'm like, oh, what's that?
What?
I was just,
What was that?
whatever the heck that little salamander looking thing is.
Goblin, I'm not sure. Goblin's like, what was the second cryptocurrency to ever be created?
Thank you, Axolotl.
I'm actually not sure.
You want to get real about it. Technically, Bitcoin was second. Bitcoin wasn't original Bitcoin.
Don't you dare call it Bitcoin Catcher.
I would
below
not
shape.
say that. It's not what it was originally called.
Well, for with a blockchain built behind it, Bitcoin is the first. Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was. I'm thinking Namecoin, but I was like trying to look it up myself too.
Yeah, Namecoin rebranded to Dash
Yes.
would be correct. It's Dash was
Right, but here it's showing Litecoin and Dash basically.
right at the same time.
Yeah.
So, I would say Litecoin would be number 2.
It depends on when
This is just a guess. That's my vote. Litecoin gets my vote. That's
None
number
of
2.
it's on name coin, aka that.
Hey, later, Sonia.
Oh, I forgot to post the link here. I can't with the screen full screen.
No, Namecoin. I was right.
It was number 2?
Yep.
Wow.
Litecoin was just a little after that.
How about that? So, yeah, I got a question for all you guys watching right now. We've been talking about ye old miners roast. Currently, the label is the stage 1 label. Who wants a sneak peek at the stage 2 or the stage 3 labels? Let me get some FAs in the chat.
Ooh.
Not gonna happen if I don't get them. Ooh. Cause I'll tell you, Mikkel's seen all 3 stages.
I've
Which-
seen all like 9,999 of them.
We're talking.
I-
You're talking
I have
about all
a
the
lot
labels,
up.
period.
I have a lot up on all of you. Very large number. Of course, not all of them were selected, but
Of course, Java's also seen them. Java has also seen them.
That's true. I do know the ones that were selected as well.
Starting to see a bunch of FAs. So Sonia's like FA to infinity.
Hey, Mikkel, have you noticed that like you get no stats on Hive? Like you know how it would like show your the little mining track bar. Now it says no stats found so far for like showing the runtime on the miner to see if I got any visible dropouts in the runtime. It'll give me all the information except for the little graph that usually goes in between your GPU list and the upper half of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. It's been broken for a couple of days for me.
And then let me get the screen share real quick. We got we
that
got a
you see,
bunch of FAs.
Mikkel is the screen hog over there for that moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was all Mikkel.
All right. So you
That was
guys,
not me.
so you guys saw. Well, you know what? Let me just pull that up real quick, just in case any of you haven't seen it. All right. I'll go ahead and pull up the Yield Miners Roast for you guys. So here we go, screen share.
Fine.
Alrighty, so screen 1, there we go. Alright, so this is the current Ye Old Miners Roast label. Alright, right now all stage 1 labels are pixelated for very good reason. Thank you, NFT Generator, for that capability. That was amazing. Alright, so very cool looking. So stage 2.
Oh.
Look at the detail. Word cloud art just out the wazoo, and it's just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. But I don't think that's what you guys really want to see. I think what you guys really want to see is stage 3. I want some more FAs if you want to see stage 3.
I want to see it all.
You want to see it all. Let's get some. I don't think you guys are ready for stage 3. You gave me enough FAs for stage 2, but I need some FAs for stage 3. I think you guys are gonna fucking love it.
Thing. an unpacking video. So I plugged in my flash drive that I got from Reality, and there is an unpacking video that tells me how to unpack this thing.
Java's like, make him wait. Make him wait.
Make it cool.
You guys ready? Some goblins like, nah, there's too much content.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
They can't handle
It's gonna be brief. Watch closely. Oh damn! Oh damn! Hope you saw it. Very vintage. Very vintage. Perfect for the name. Ye Old Niners Roast. Like I said, it gave me that flashback to first time Grandpa gave me a coffee, and I'm like, oh, I need to do something that's for today's cryptocurrency, but also honors times past. He's like almost screen captured.
I almost got it. Okay, I'll just rewind it. Be kind and rewind.
So yeah, it's D-Miner's like, I got it. Yeah, I have, that label's been in the making for like what, 2 months now,
Yeah,
roughly.
it's alright.
So, yeah, changing the game of coffee, changing the game, all for the cryptocurrency community. You're welcome. Techman's like, I saved it too.
So it looks like
Helpful was sitting there going, Hashcash is the oldest. Now I know of Hashcash, but it used a SHA-1 encryption, and it was a centralized database that they were utilizing though. I know a little bit about it. I was kind of like reading up on it real quick before I said something, but the only thing that went from Hashcash over to Bitcoin was because Adam Beck, one of the original creator, the original coders for Bitcoin, made Hashcash. And the only thing that got piped over from Hashcash onto Bitcoin was the proof of work function. So they used Hashcash's validation metric on there, but made it more decentralized and more robust. So if you're trying to lump in encryption databases in with cryptocurrencies and not just going, hey, it's a cryptocurrency with the blockchain to actually signify the birth of actual cryptos, you can go back even further. They had digital gold, or was it e-gold or something like that back in like the early to mid 90s. It was supposed to be a digitally backed gold currency that people in certain areas were trying to make as like a little private rich boy money. And that got squashed by the U.S. government real quick. And that was all encrypted too. So, I mean, you can go back even further with that. But, it's like with anything, if you got centralization of any point, you've got single points of of failure coming in.
So, Java and I have a private conversation in Discord. He's like, "Hey, by the way, that ye old miners roast goes great with the cinnamon roll."
Good to know. Oh man, I wish Cheechbox had a dark mode.
I mean, I wish the world did everything in dark mode by default.
It was brutal.
Oh, yeah. Be like, oh, I can't see here. Hold on, let me change it over to something stupid. Bink! Oh, the whole room is now lit up by one monitor. Cammy. It's like Tech Man's like, you guys get an Octominer?
I did not.
Man,
I
that,
was only paying crypto, and at the time I wasn't even paying crypto. So, kind of a bummer. I thought real hard about it because it was a pretty good discount. It's a pretty good price.
yeah, and then Helpful just like looked it up real quick. He's like, yeah, eGold 1996. I knew it was like early mid 90s when they did that, but you know that was like the earliest encryption version of money, but single point of failure. Oh, where'd you hold it, guys? Have your gold at? Oh, yeah, we're gonna call fraud over here. SEC is gonna get involved, and you're done. But none of it was blockchain. It was just it was an encryption database. It wasn't until they decided to go, hey, we need to take counterparty risk out of this and just make it decentralized. Kitty.
Let's see. Orders. Software.
125 watts of fans? For what?
Yeah.
Oh, for the Octominer. Oh, yeah.
It's not. It's really not bad for like what fans they are though.
No, not.
21. There's a lot of fans. They move a lot of air, so I mean, it's not bad. I've seen worse. Seen better. For sure.
There was also DigiCash in '89, but it was on pay. Yeah, that's that wasn't a digital encryption, so that I won't call. I won't add that one in. I vaguely remember that one. Yeah, but Techman, you forget this though. You see, yes, you have 125 watts worth of fans, right? And you're like, that's a lot of airflow. Guess what you get to do to the GPUs you're running in there? You could take the fans off. Don't need the fans if you're moving that kind of air. So why run a redundancy of fans in there when you can just take the shrouds off and just let that thing breathe? I haven't had any issues with my 580s, even with it at 100 degrees outside. So, I mean, you're giving up one set of fans for a little better. So, I mean, I think the trade-offs is perfectly reasonable in my opinion. As I will be stripping fans off of my other GPUs going into the server cases too. Well, cryptography is not a new concept. Cryptography was invented so that people can basically send messages that other people couldn't just pick up and receive and be able to read. And that's stuff that military has made over the years. That SHA-1, 2, and 3 are directly from the military, from them trying to encrypt data. And a lot of those same people that were making those programs for encryption are also the same people who started the cypherpunk movements because they believed in privacy of data. And there was a reason why that they were willing to work with the military on privacy of data, because they needed to figure out how to do it too. Not everybody in the original cypherpunk movement came from the military, but there were a few influences that did. Yeah, Kyle Ross, ciphers in World War I and World War II. Yeah, I mean, hell, you could sit there and look up the. They have a German World War II movie with. Is it called Enigma? Where they were talking about the Germans' Enigma encoder. I think it was called Enigma. I could be wrong, but it's a great movie that basically goes through and shows all the trouble that the U.S. was having trying to crack Germany's encryption. Amazing that they were able to bring up that technology that far back before computers.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a reason why even the internet, it supports encryption for a reason.
That's right, Tech Man. James Bond did have one called Elector.
Yeah.
Imitation Game? Is that the name of the movie?
Oh, no, I don't think it was that. It was an old one.
Dude, I heard Ryan Reynolds is going to be the next James Bond.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Hey, you know, if they let Andy Dick do it, it's dead.
All right.
Cat, you are shedding. Holy cow. It must be wanting to snow here soon.
You'd think they would shed in summer.
They do. They go from their thick coat to their winter coat, and their winter coat to their summer coat. And then you can get certain dogs and they just shed year round. At least cats don't.
Doom Miner says Wikipedia says it goes all the way back to 1900 BC. What goes back that far?
Probably talking about
Ciphers?
encryption. Yeah, encryption is something that all military people all have done since the dawn of military. It was a way to sit there and be able to send messages by person or whatnot, and other people couldn't just take it. The only thing that they couldn't solve until Bitcoin really came around was the general Byzantine's faults.
Yeah, in the military, like when you're a POW, there's 3 different types of code. One is Morse code that everybody knows about because of Hollywood. but there's two codes that people mostly don't know. One's very elementary. Literally, every time you hear a tap, it's a letter. So that's an A. That's a D. So all the way to 26. Anyway, in order to make it more difficult for people to hear what they were doing in POW camps, when they first made contact, if they didn't know Morse code, they would do the count the letter code and give them instructions on how to do the third type of code. And it's literally like two rectangular square, tic-tac-toe boxes. And it's a series of, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that gives you one of 3 letters or something like that, depending on where it's at. I'll have to look it up.
No, Goblin, what he's talking about is Morse code got popular due to Hollywood for everybody understanding what it is and recognizing the name. But they've had through a lot of they've had a lot of military people where they were POWs inside of a shipping container. And they were, crossing this, getting transported across sea, and they're sitting here tapping on the side of the hull, or they're tapping on the side of the shipping container that they're being held in, and trying to, in case any submariners were near them, that they would hear them banging on stuff. I mean, and that transpired if you were Army, Marine, Navy, Air Force, doesn't matter. If you were a POW, you're going to sit there and try to get a message out.
Yeah. So the third code, which most people don't know about, is called the tap code. And it looks like this. All right. So
hey, I've got a question.
Yeah.
Can I send Bitcoin like this?
I've never tried it, and I would doubt it.
Yeah, you could. You could.
I mean, maybe over the radio signal, sure.
Yeah. Well, no. You can sit there and literally type out a private key.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, you could. Technically.
But everybody else that knows tap code
would hear
be
it
able
too.
to hear it
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that is a long string of random letters and numbers. What is going on? There's no way he knows what he's talking about.
Right.
Morse code versus echolocation.
No, Morse code via echolocation. Like if you're in a bolt hole and you're sitting there tapping out Morse code, basically you can echolocate somebody.
Yeah, you could.
They've had submariners get crushed because of that stuff, because they had a spy sitting in the hull of a submarine, sitting there tapping.
Mm-hmm. When they say run silent, they mean it.
Right.
No one expected the Morse code Inquisition. Hey, Shank, good to see you.
If you're on a submarine and you're supposed to be all silent and you rip ass, does that give your position away?
It depends on how much vibration is involved. I mean, if the cheeks are going, then probably.
It's like you sneeze and as soon as you sneeze, it's like, oh, we got him. Move! I told you to not hit the bong.
Some goblins like there was peace in the world until the Morse code attacked.
Pallet box of software is garbage.
Yes, goblin sailors do still use Morse code, but I'm talking about when it came to world renown, like it being known. Hollywood had a big deal with it.
Yep.
Like, oh, that's how the military communicates? Yeah.
And we get the whatever sign
Oh my
language.
gosh, your sign language is horrible.
Thank you. How did you ever know? I say it like a drunk man. Hey, the only thing you get from me is, what's wrong with you? You see this, and a deaf guy knows you're pissed, and you're Italian. It's like, what's wrong with you? Shut up in your face. But Italians, we all have the same expression each time.
So, Mikhail, Kai Rolison wants to know what you're looking at so intensely.
Some garbage software from what he was saying, right?
Garbage software.
It's the code to Pac-Man.
No, that's a Linux operation system, and I don't like that either. Your call-out should not be beginning with Pac-Man. Kitty, what is wrong with you?
Is it hungry?
Out.
Maybe you should try feeding it or give it some water.
There's food, there's water. I make sure before I start stream. All the time. And she's chunky, so she can go an hour without eating. It's okay. No, she's just sitting there going, I want to climb that chair because I want to climb the green screen behind you, and then I'll be happy because I'll be able to get that fan at the ceiling that's on.
Pac-Man, I love it. I love it. He says, I like watching the sign lady on the White House briefings. She gets this look on her face sometimes like, oh God, I gotta repeat that lie.
Right?
Hey, please don't make me do this.
No, Goblin, I think, what is it? Mahjong? Is that the Linux distribution that uses Pac-Man?
It runs Arch.
Yeah.
Arch in itself. It's like that.
I hate that. So stupid.
I love Arch. It's just that
Kai's like, it wants to be petted.
it's all the calls are just a little bit different. So like if you're used to running Ubuntu, it just takes a minute. Anything that's running like Debian just takes a minute.
Hey, sudo is okay.
Debian's easy to use. So.
Oh no, Kai, no petting,
awesome.
no belly rubs. Belly rubs turns cat into like attack cat, and you'll be like, get off of me, and it's like wrapped around you, biting. You're like, ah! Like if a cat shows you its belly, and it's like, oh yeah, pet me. It's a trap.
Don't pet its belly.
It's a trap. Don't do it.
That's a tip from cat owners. Don't do it. Pig's alive.
Did kitty get me kitty crack? No. She's just naturally wild, and she like follows me all through the house. Yeah.
I have both.
I grew up in a doghouse, German Shepherds.
It was Rottweilers for me.
And I found out you don't feed German Shepherds Alpo dog food. Alpo farts from a dog will clear a living room out.
It's just dog farts in general.
Oh God! Oh man! Every one of my dad's German Shepherds, man, you feed it Alpo dog food. It was just like all you hear as dog, and it was like, oh God! And you have to just leave the room.
All of a sudden, the tail goes up, and you just hear.
Oh no! You just hear the dog just, like it's just like sighing of relief. It's like, oh.
I have a story. So when I was 12 years old, I was actually working as an assistant dog groomer, and the woman I was working for, the assistant before me, had a wonderful experience with the dog. When you are working with dogs, especially like smaller dogs, and you have to groom them, cut the hair, lift the tail, cut tail, hair, and all that stuff and whatnot. Don't be behind the dog as you are grooming. Because they were trying to get the dingleberries out, and there just wasn't a good angle. So she grabbed the tail and lifted up a little bit higher to look at it, and anal glands went straight into her mouth.
Nice.
Talk about worse than a skunk. That's how they mark their territory.
That's nasty. There's my cable. Give me my cable. It's attached to that.
Yeah. If you ever take your dog to the pet groomer, and you ask them to squeeze the anal glands, they'll charge you extra.
I could have gone my whole life without hearing that last one.
And Crypto McKell's like, don't bother me. Glug, 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 glug.
I have a boxer, so it doesn't bother me because he gets that done regularly.
That's just nasty.
So nope, don't bother me. Man, I bet that hurt.
Sink.
That vape rip and
Right.
cough and cough.
Taking a
laughing.
big fat rip, and then all of a sudden just bust out laughing.
Yeah. Too bad that dingleberries separate you from your Bitcoin. That becomes an expense. That becomes a liability. Assets help you make more Bitcoin. Liabilities take them away.
Hazardous profession, man. Yeah, it is. Those people don't get paid enough.
No, they don't.
probably
They don't
don't
get
deal
paid
with.
enough. Especially if the dog's a little shit.
I would say.
Even if you put the muzzle on them and they're still wriggling and squirming. Yeah, and they don't like their claws.
I don't blame them. I mean, who wants their fingers shoved up their butt to get pressured and relieved? Nobody.
Well, there's some people out there,
I was
People.
leaving it at nobody.
There are weirdos,
Talking situation.
Yep, Golden Wolf, you're exactly right. Sometimes when they rub the butt on the carpet, you know why. Yeah.
Exactly why. As soon as you see the butt rubbing.
You see, for cat people, when we see a cat dragging its ass, it's like, oh god, break out the worm pills. It's like imagine having something.
See a cat rub its butt on
It's like imagine like having like in dogs you get this too, worms, you know, and it's like, you know, if you had something kind of going, hey guys, I see light, and it tries to go back in, I'm gonna be trying to wipe that off too. By any means necessary.
What's this?
I don't like it.
It's too bright. Get back in there.
Dad, help. Dad, help.
Oh shit! This conversation went totally off the rails.
Right. Welcome to FA Friday. It might not ever have anything to do with Bitcoin.
Sometimes
Lube lives matter. Remember that, people. Techman's like, God, can we get back to crypto?
Hey, you know what? So long as you're laughing, this is just Friday night hangout time.
No, we can't, Tech Man. Dingleberries
Instant
rest the
deworm. Kyle Russell. Ooh, tapeworm life cycles. What you learn on this channel?
You learn a little bit of everything. Chocolate covered crotch crickets.
That's right.
Just say no to chocolate covered crotch crickets, guys. Just say no. Remember that.
Just say no.
Or, I guess, yes, if that's your anything. Preferably no. For everyone's sake.
I feel you on that one, Tech Man. I need to get my my meters up and going now that I find seems like my sinuses are finally, like, after 2 weeks of just pure misery. As you notice, guys, I haven't been blowing my nose.
Yeah, what's wrong with you, man?
I
You're
know.
always blowing your nose.
I know, it's like today my sinus like got better. I was like, oh my god.
Today, I can breathe.
I can breathe clearly now. The sinus.
well, it's not that the sinuses are clear, but I haven't taken anything allergy wise, and they're not like leaking on me. It's like, oh sir, we got a leak in the pipe. I think it's broken, sir.
A little leaky in here. Just a leaky little bit.
Yeah.
I think someone at the hotel drank some of my liquor and replaced it with isopropyl alcohol.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's rough. I hope you complained and got, you know.
You're like, I'm not, no.
Shink Diesel. Hashtag Dingleberry Lives Matter versus Lube Life Matters. Go.
Lube Lives already won because, you know, the Dingleberry slid off. Sorry, guys, off the rails, I know.
They don't have Dingleberry parties at colleges.
That's true. How did I ever heard of?
No.
If there
Unless
is
it was like a
one, that'd
drinking
be
game. Be
I
like,
don't know if I'd
Let's
want to
play
actually be a part of
Dingleberries
that
tonight.
game.
well, you know, they'd like hang on to a banister off the second floor. They're drunk, and they're like, how long can you hold on? I don't know. Let's take another beer pong. First one to hit the ground loses.
First one to hit the ground's a Dingleberry.
Right. As they sitting there spraying your fingers
As
with Lube Lives.
Billy drops, he goes, look at the dingleberry on the ground. Billy the dingleberry.
His skull's cracked open. Ooh, that was a bloody one.
We should have done this off the 4th floor, guys.
I think we chose it too high this time.
Right?
Next
I'm
time we'll go
Captain
down.
America. I could do this all day.
I'm still holding on, right?
Next time you need to sing it, Chris. You can't like say it. You gotta sing it.
Oh, hell
You
no.
gotta sing it like you're singing the Rogers musical. All right.
I'd have to watch the
Oh,
Hawkeye
shit.
again to get that.
So,
I don't want that back
did
in my
everybody did everybody hear that Bitcoin's declared dead again?
What? Again?
Yes. They're like
Officially.
It's on a $23,000 discount.
no.
Officially dead.
Yeah.
For the 10 billion time.
422nd time, something like that. They've got a Bitcoin
is that what
obituary.
trackers?
Yeah, the Bitcoin obituary. It's like 420 something.
Nice.
So yeah. So you got a lot of these big wigs out there now going, yeah, Bitcoin will soon be zero now.
Who said it this
Dang.
time?
You know it's not gonna happen.
We had CNBC said that one of their analysis people said this, and that analysis person, I guess, was like from Cambridge. So elite. You have the IMF now saying it, and a few other places sitting there going, Bitcoin's going to zero. It has no value. Welcome to the tulip bulb.
Well, the rest of the world would disagree with you.
Right. As you got Peter Schiff sitting there basically calling Michael Saylor an idiot and saying that, he just wasted his company's money, and him sitting there, talking about President of El Salvador going, oh, look at what you've done to the citizens' tax money. You should have put it into a United States and made a U.S. currency board backed up with the United States. It's like, wow, promote that gangbanger warlord money anymore.
Seriously.
It's like, even with the value it is right now, if anybody had put money into Bitcoin a year ago, you're still doing much better on returns than gold could have ever given you. Gold lost you money. If you would have bought gold at the same time as Bitcoin came out, you would have lost money. Because gold didn't go up or down in that time frame. It actually lost 3% from that time frame. Great hedge of inflation, going down 3%.
I'm going to pull an Andrew right now. Devil's advocate would say that Bitcoin went down more than 3%.
Right, and it's still a better investment than gold. He's like, can anybody tell me where the Bitcoins are generated from, and what did it knows, dudes? Thanks. LOL.
Not on the government.
Yeah. It's like,
And the stock market crashed twice, yeah.
Yeah. and Kai, if you don't understand Bitcoin, we could have a whole private conversation on that. That takes more time than what we have tonight, unless you want like the quick note. Mining comes from miners, Nodes are the Bitcoin core wallet. You need one of each in order to run the network. There's a short version.
Yep. All it takes is one.
And where the Bitcoin comes from is whenever a validated block happens. But as soon as there's 21 million, then you're only getting Bitcoin fees. But that won't be until, what, 2145? So well beyond all of our lives here.
But what will the price of Bitcoin be in 2145?
Oh my gosh.
$1 million.
If I had to take a guess, I would say one Bitcoin would equal 1 billion.
I would not be surprised.
I bet it's gonna equal 1 Bitcoin.
You know it. But it'll have the purchasing power of like $1 trillion today.
Oh.
You're like, oh god, I just gigged it again. But unfortunately, what we would have to do today is make sure that we HODL today, and it goes through the family. And then somewhere in the family, they're gonna be like, great grandpa was a genius. This is 200-year-old Bitcoin. People are like,
Doom miner. This is $1 million, $1 trillion bucks, Martian bucks.
that's priceless. That could buy a planet. That money is so pure.
What are your
It's
thoughts
pretty
on
cool.
Sheeb?
It's garbage.
It's honestly, it's not as good as Dogecoin. That's my opinion. Do I have a dart throw's worth of money on the odd chance that maybe it does pump? Yes, I do.
I will interject it like this. I like the guy who's got what, $5 billion, whatever it is, $5 billion in SHIB or whatever.
No, it would be just 5 billion SHIB.
Or he had like, it's like almost $6 million or something like that. It was like something ridiculous. He was like one of the biggest whales for SHIB. I would like to see him cash in just $1 million without tanking the whole fucking market. It's like you can't. It's pointless to have if there's no way to transact without like nailing the market.
So meme versus meme, I'm thinking one's on the Ethereum blockchain, basically. One's not. It's practically a
It's a
copy
no-brainer.
of Bitcoin.
Yeah,
The fees.
Doge is a no-brainer.
One Doge is the fee to transact however much you want. Sheeb.
Not entirely true.
Oh, has it been updated?
Yeah, not everywhere is 1 Doge.
But the network is only going to charge that.
No,
I mean,
incorrect.
No.
It's actually up.
It's up. What is it now?
More than 1. I'll tell you
2.
that.
1.5. What?
I couldn't tell you what it is right now.
man, I'm going to have to look into that.
Helpful says 5 to 10 right now.
So 5 to 10 Doge to send $1 billion. Okay.
Per transaction, per byte. It's per byte, so it could go like, so the larger the transaction, the more bytes it is. So the more Doge it is.
Fee's still way less than Ethereum.
Oh, yeah. Well, 5 to 10 Doge isn't that much.
Nope.
Still more than 1 Doge though.
Things have grown. Still not as bad as Ethereum.
Right.
So that's just my honest take on it. Out of the two, that's how I feel. I've got my dart throw, but which coin do I believe in? Out of the two, it'd be Doge.
The average transaction's 2.35.
Thank you, Doom Miner.
Wow.
So a little more than 50 cents?
Yeah, it's like 60-something cents. Still, just like Helpful said, way cheaper than it is on Ethereum. I have to move $50. Oh, the Ethereum fee today for doing that transaction is $35. What?
Yesterday was 150. We're doing better today.
Yeah, but don't worry. You know, Vitalik himself ragged on Bitcoin in the early days for a 5-cent fee. He's like, oh, that's ridiculous. Yeah, because he was thinking that it should have been like, you know, $100, $200 fee. He needs to enrich himself when he makes a transaction, damn it.
Jay has entered in the chat. Where?
No.
I don't see him.
Nope. That'd be a helpful crypto miner.
How about you say hello to the peeps? Helpful.
I think he's at work. I don't think he can talk yet.
Surprise, surprise.
How you doing, big guy? And that was it.
Right.
We're done.
He's a bot, you know.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you invite a bot in, you know. It's
He's operating on the proof of not J chain. All right. Well, yeah, I don't see Jay anywhere in the Discords right now.
He said it was a joke.
Oh.
You want to know what's not a joke? I've got an EVGA 3080 at 97.7 megahash at 198 watts.
That sounds amazing.
It is amazing, actually. Really amazing.
Bot lives matter. No, they don't. Bot lives don't matter worth shit.
And then I've got the MSI Supreme X doing just under 100 megahash.
Ooh, hello there.
It's like, hello.
Guy, business. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was actually looking at
GPU Jesus, give me all the low watt hash rates.
I actually received a message on Instagram from a guy offering to promote Dogecoin Coffee. I'm like, oh yeah? What are your rates? And he gives me the rundown. I'm like, how many profiles are you going to be promoting him on? You know? And he's like, oh, we have many different accounts. I'm like, well, can you show proof that you own these accounts? Like the screenshot, you know, behind the scenes where it says edit profile? Well, he doesn't do that, but he says, you know, oh, well, we own this account right here and this account right here. So I click on, you know, his account, look at the amount of likes. There's a bunch of likes on there, 0 comments. I look at the profile he sent me, like millions of followers, bunch of likes on every post, 0 comments. So I literally look at every single like inside of 2 scrolls. Every single profile was a goddamn bot. 0 posts or 2 posts following anywhere from like 500 to 978 profiles. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, yeah, these are absolute bots.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I don't think so. I'm trying to grow coffee subscriptions and followers and, you know, bring value to actual people. And guess what? Bots aren't going to get any value from what I'm doing, and they certainly don't want coffee. So no, I'm good. I don't need your promotion.
John Germain's like, Doug Polk stated that BitBoy said that Bitcoin with market was gonna moon because of 2 green dots. Immediately thought of Jay and his trading view. Yeah, a lot. You know what's really funny though, is you have these fucking these shitcoin shillers like BitBoy, Doug Polk, and a bunch of other people. I believe, if my memory serves me correct on Doug Polk, I think he's in that same category. I could be wrong, but there's a lot of guys that go through and they're like, oh yeah, trade this, trade that, trade this, trade that, and it's like everybody like gets pissed off at them whenever they start having bad trades, and they forget all the times that they sit there and made bad calls. It's like, I don't understand. Like, you got Chico Crypto who had a meltdown, and it's like, I used to follow him. He had some pretty interesting insights on stuff, but I started getting more of a comedian than a poker player. That's too funny. But but it's like you have a lot of these guys where, you know, like Chico Crypto, where they've promoted so much garbage and gotten wrecked so many times that they are just getting all these people just, you lost my money, blah blah blah, I did this because you said it was gonna moon, and they still have followers after all the money that they lose their viewers. It blows my mind.
Yeah. So when you said that Doug Polk stated that BitBoy said that the Bitcoin market was going to moon because of the 2 green dots, and you thought of Jay, that reminded me of a conversation that I had with Jay, where I saw somebody on YouTube using what looked like the DCA scripts, and I'm like, hey, what's this? You know, is he using an earlier version? Because I don't remember ours having like moons and stuff on the chart or anything like that. And he explained to me that the guy was using Market Cipher, which is a similar version to ours, but ours is faster, and this guy's costs about $1,200 for you to actually have access to it. You know, and it was actually an idea that was stolen from Jay. Back in the day, like, he actually gave, you know, they were talking, gave the guy an idea because they were working on a project together, and then he kicked Jay out.
Huh?
Just like, and then stole the idea and released it without him. It's like, oh. So, either way, I thought it was like, it put a smile on my face when you said it made you think of him, because I thought of that. But yeah, you guys are getting like one hell of a daggum script, because Jay does this stuff.
Oh yeah, and just like John, he's like, a lot of influencers use the software. It's like, it's stupid. I mean, like, you can get Tone,
yeah, because they can sell it for like $1,200.
Right, you can get Tone Vase, market signals and stuff like that. You're paying $3,000 a month for that. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm. And we've got the better one, and it's Patreon. $25 a month, guys. So, little history right there for you all. Some little insider knowledge. If you look at other channels and see what they're offering, and it looks similar, Yeah, it's an earlier version. It's not as good as what you got access to right now.
Right, right.
Because we know the guy who built it.
Right, right. I mean, if you look at all these big trading desks at the big banks, like you know, J.P. Morgan and stuff like that, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we got this hedge fund manager. He's this awesome guy, makes lots of money." It's like even that guy that J.P. Morgan hires people like Jay because they're more forward thinking and know how to actually implement the software the right way.
Or they can write the software like Jay does.
Right, between Jay and
Astro
Astro Park.
Park.
Yep. You get the right couple of coders together, they'll do more magic with it, with what they can do than most of these guys that are. I am a hedge fund manager. I manage multi-millions. Like, no. You just hired in people smart enough to make you look good. Congratulations for finding good people, but don't pat yourself on the back. Somebody else can prove the work.
John Germain, what they're doing, like back in the day, retailers would sell TVs on sale. They were actually selling last year's models. They still do that. It's last year's models. There's like big, giant, discounts, especially after Christmas and New Year's. They're all last year's models.
Right.
And they're all on sale after they hiked up prices specifically for Christmas.
Oh, you see, that's one thing I love about cars. It's like, people are like, yeah, I got this new car right before Christmas. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it's next year's model. And I just kind of chuckled. And they're like, why are you laughing? And I'm like, oh, you just don't understand how the industry works, buddy. And basically, this is how I tell people. If you've got what's titled a 2006, let's say, it's just the first numbers popped in my head. And
let's do something more recent.
So let's say
you already 14 years old.
Okay, let's say you bought a car. You bought a brand new car last month. You're like, yeah, I've got next year's model. Underneath the hood, though, not all the parts are next year's model. You still have parts that are from this year. Why? Because they've got the parts sitting over there. And they're not going to just throw them out because they've got a new model coming out. They're going to be like, hey, how can we integrate these parts that we already paid for onto that one? And then you get that. So if you really want a truly next year's brand new car, wait until next year. And about halfway through the year to ensure you have next year's. And then if it's a new design, wait until the end of the year. Why? Because you don't want to deal with all the fuck-ups from this year that they had programming issues on. How many cars we have to see randomly crash?
Yeah, like, for instance, the Toyota GT86, when it was a Scion FRS, people bought it right out the gate. Same with the C8 Corvette.
Yep.
Brand new engines, never played with before, They hadn't even worked the kinks out yet. Wait 2 or 3 years for all the kinks to get out.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna laugh at all the people that bought the brand new C8 whenever it first launched, because there was a problem with them with the frame, to be particular.
Oh, please share. What was it?
So they're not rated for high horsepower. So they've got the C8 like Zonga or Zonga. It's some weird like Z name. It's their hybrid electric and gas powered C8, and the C8's gas power is only a V6. Thing's putting out 1,200 foot-pounds of torque, all-wheel drive. And what ends up happening is whenever they started testing it, the back end would flex so hard it would actually pop the back glass out of the window and crack the frame. It would flex so hard, it would actually separate the rear glass. I was like, oh my lord. So anybody who has a first edition C8, because I have to have the brand new C8, if they decide to go, well, I'm going to put this big turbo on here, change the exhaust up, oh, giggity, giggity, giggity. I'm going to put some horsepower into this thing because I've got stupid money and I already paid $80,000 for a Corvette. And as soon as they get above 1,100 horsepower, they're going to start breaking the rear glass and the frame will be totaled the first time they do it. As soon as they do a launch from zero. Done.
Yep, don't buy the first batch. That's right. Java's like, is that the reason why there's so many recalls because of the retrofitting of last year's parts?
Yes.
Real life tips and tricks.
Yeah, I can pick on GM a little bit because I'm a GM technician, so I mean I know some things behind the scenes from GM that the regular public doesn't know about. Crystal Badell, no, there's always a lot. There's you can actually get a hold of GM directly, and they'll give it to you. Believe it or not, it sounds really stupid that they have it locked out unless you're sitting there and you're asking for it. I know people who have C8s and they've already unlocked their computers, so I don't think it's an issue really. I'm sure it's out by now. Worst case scenario, I'm that guy that'll sit there and be like, yeah, your computer's junk sauce. It won't let me do what I want to do. Out it goes. And what's funny about that, you would think that would void your warranty, and it doesn't. And you're like, what? They tell you all the time, if you modify it, you void the warranty. And that's not entirely true. They have to prove that your modification is the reason that it broke. And making it faster and cracking the frame is not a modification that would render the warranty void if they knew that it would crack because it was under it didn't have enough bracings around those around I think it was like 6 different areas on the chassis to stop it. And it's the reason why the big bad boy of the vets have it released, because they cannot keep the back window in. Big glass is always hard to keep in place, though. You get enough flex and movement in there, yeah.
That's right, Coyote. Manufacturers do weird stuff.
Oh yeah.
So, what's your favorite story from when you were working as a GM technician?
Well, that kind of goes in different categories. Like, for working and watching people work there, and you're like, wow, this guy has a job. Was a guy that it was a drunk. I won't name names. He was a drunk, and yeah, I would find we had an ambulance account, and we would and they were all Ford ambulances and stuff like that. But we would catch him every so often passed out underneath the ambulance because they were so big you couldn't tell if somebody was underneath it or not.
There he is working on it, and then he decides to take a nap. Huh?
Yeah, he would just take a nap. But as far as funny stuff, working at, I'll pick on Ford whenever I worked for Ford. I worked for Ford directly, and we were doing a car show that the dealership I was working at, we sponsored it. So we were bringing in some of the baddest Fords that we had on the lot there. A brand new Ford Taurus Show Edition, the SHO. That everybody that it's like Ford's golden motor that they have in there, and we got to drive the GT40 over there.
Okay.
And it's like my boss is driving the GT40 there, and at the time I was just a lot jockey, so I'd shuffle around the cars. I was still in college and everything. This is like a college job for me. And we were on our way back. On the way there to the car show, he goes through the side streets. Like, I'm going to keep it on the side streets. It'll be a little bit easier with traffic. And he goes ripping through the side street, and I see a spot where he bottomed out, and you just see a big thing of sparks come out from underneath the car. And it's all got sketch plates underneath there just in case you do bottom out, right?
Right.
So he lets me drive it on the way back to the dealership, and I just took the main road. I had no problems. I cracked that thing third gear, and I'm sitting there doing 110 in third gear. I was like, wow, this thing's a little rocket, little short shift on there, manual transmission. For a $287,000 car, this seat is 8 times more comfortable than what I sat in. This thing had square foam blocks glued to the chair. No tilt, rigid seat that you can only slide backwards and forwards. That's it. And every bump, I mean, at the time, I did not weigh a whole lot. 165 pounds. It's really not much on a driver's seat. Every little bump on the road, I was smacking my tailbone against a plastic seat. Plastic. The one thing I thought was hilarious was there was a single tenant subwoofer in between the driver and the passenger seat. It said Microsoft on it. It was a Microsoft stereo system inside of this thing with a 10-inch subwoofer.
It wasn't Pioneer. It wasn't Bose.
Nope.
It was Microsoft.
But to come back to whenever we were going there and I watched the sparks come out from underneath. So it comes down to the day that there was a customer that bought the car. And he's having me detail it, so I got it up on the lift, and I know it's got sketch plates underneath there, and the guy's like, yeah, make sure you polish up the underbelly too. And I'm like sitting there going, the thing's 3 inches off the ground. Who's gonna see it? It's where the tires tick up dirt. Is he going to a show after this? He's like, I'm like, whatever. So I get it up in the air. I'm polishing it. I see where the boss bottomed out of the car. On the one big-ass panel, there's like a 6-inch streak, like 4 dug-in gouges of where he bottomed the car out. And what's funny about it, the boss, he weighed probably like about 325. It only scratched on his side of the car.
Oh, man.
I was like, oh, damn. So not only did he bottom out, but that car's got a weak-ass suspension and can't evenly distribute the weight flat. Did you know that 4 scratches and a replacement panel shaved off $80,000 off the car?
What?
Yeah, the guy did not want to buy the car with the scratches on the panel, so we went and replaced the panel. And then he turned around and was like, now you don't have all the original parts on there. I want a discount. He's like, I just looked at my boss and I'm like, he got you guys, dude. He's like, and I looked up over at my service manager, and I'm like, you can blame him for this one. Because he was trying to throw me under the bus, and I'm like, I don't weigh enough to make it only slam down on one side.
That's hilarious.
So I got to throw him.
Not just smart, he was ballsy. He's like, you don't have the original parts. I want a discount.
Oh yeah. I hate it for almost $300,000. Yeah, I do it too. That's what happens when you're in a town that is mostly Middle Eastern people. Middle Eastern people are used to negotiating. That's part of their culture.
It's called the haggle.
Yeah, and they are really good at it.
This guy was $80,000 good.
Yeah, I was like, oh wow. But yeah, I mean, it's like that was probably like the funniest one that I got to witness myself. Only at Ford.
The guy's like, I'm gonna get a bicycle now. Yep. Can't mess with the haggle life. Like, some people know how to do it, and they can do it well.
Oh yeah, especially if it's like part of your culture to negotiate like that. You have a lifetime of getting good. and I think part.
But imagine how what he.
I'll probably go to hell for this one. You go to certain places like India, and they're like, "How are you today, sir?" Well, they get this like head motion going, and wherever they stop their sentence, their head stops. It's like you wonder if they're sitting there, like to hypnotize you while they're negotiating. They're like, "Stop moving your head."
You said hypnotize, and I'm thinking, you know what? Watch the watch.
Right, exactly. Man, imagine if one of them has Tourette's or stutters.
Oh my lord. You're going to hell.
No, man. I'm still looking for with a one-legged lady working at IHOP. I will give her Bitcoin.
God. Oh man. Oh god.
I already know I'm going to hell. I'm cool with it. There's things that I already know.
I have my headphones on and my kid cannot hear you.
Come on, that last one was funny.
I don't care who you are. That's funny right there.
That's gold.
Oh man.
Guy's like the glitch.
Oh god, smash that like button because DCA Adventure is rated F for fucking awesome. Oh man.
It's rated F for fucking.
Whoa. Whoa. That's why his camera's off. Oh shit.
Boom, chicka, wow, wow.
No, I have a.
He will not pass the proof of pants test right now, guys. That's why the camera's off.
No, I had one of my children have came into my office and have passed out on me. So I'm currently about to walk away so I can go drop a kid in the bed.
Well, go tuck him in.
I will be getting off. It's making me tired.
Well, I guess with that, guys, definitely.
Some goblin loser. He's like, so this just in, I have one leg and am now a woman. But he doesn't work at IHOP yet. Or she doesn't work at IHOP yet.
I don't care what you identify as.
Oh, man.
All right, guys. Well, it looks like Mikhail's going to have to skedaddle up out of here. So, guys, definitely smash that Lizzie like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. Definitely tune in tomorrow. We're going to have a whole bunch of stuff between Red. Is Serpent doing something tomorrow, too? Probably.
Yeah, Serpent will be going live right after me.
Okay, so we got you, we got Serpent, we got Red,
Usually later, yeah.
and then we got you and Helpful, right?
Yeah, we'll be on before Red.
All right. Definitely stay tuned with all the awesome Saturday knowledge, all that good stuff. And then you've got a DCA also in the evening with your favorite mining station. So, guys, definitely tune in for all of that stuff tomorrow. And we'll definitely see you all on the next one, too. Wait a minute. We also got to shill some of that Doge Lord. Ooh.
For the best coffee in the cryptocurrency space, you need Doge Lord coffee.
Woo!
It's so fucking good.
Down to the last drop.
Don't delay, brew today.
Woo!
I think we need another announcement.
Oh.
One final announcement.
Fine. Go for it.
To all you sexy motherfuckers, hope you had a great time hanging out with us. Hope you had a laugh, and stay rated F for fucking awesome.
Woo! Woo!
And ladies and gentlemen, please do enjoy your Doge Lord coffee. All right, link is going in the live chat right now.
And if you also like to come in and have chats and hang out with us after the shows and stuff like that, check out the Discord. Links down below if you'd like to get some of that behind-the-scenes knowledge.
We have a Disney Discord?
We have a Disney Discord with privacy in there, too. Things that not everybody gets to see unless you join the Patreon.
Oh, speaking of private stuff. Okay, so I was attending a really fucking great class that I have access to because they record. And I will be playing it and recording it in OBS and uploading privately for our patrons.
Woo! So awesome. Definitely stay tuned. We give reasons why you should be part of the Patreon. And with that, guys, we'll definitely see you all on the next one. Yo, stay
Peace out, guys.
savage.
Savage.